And now, back to the show. Hello, welcome to the second half of the Becky and Boca show. My next guest is Chiara Migani. Did I say that right?
That was perfect.
That was perfect. Okay, I practiced during the break. And she is with Figurella. And it is a very unique Italian exercise facility. They have one in Miami, they have one in Boca, and other places all over Europe, I know.
Yep.
And I did an event in the Boca Salon a couple of weeks ago, and it's really an interesting place. So I'm going to ask Freddie to put up a picture here first of these. I call them pods. Is that what you call them?
We call them bubble.
Bubble. Okay. Freddie, can you put up the bubble
funnier.
picture? There it is. Okay, these, tell us what we're looking at here.
Absolutely. So these are our main machine. This is a bubble, and it's actually, it looks funny. It looks like a golf cart.
I thought they looked like cable cars, like at a ski resort when you're in a cable car.
I know, but guess what? That warms you up right away, and you're actually doing a workout in there.
Yeah, I went over there and tried it once.
Right. So it's basically fantastic because what it does, you slide in, you first of all face up, you do a warm-up that is just 1 minute. So, usually they tell you that you have to warm up at least 30 minutes to start burning fat.
Yeah.
But that's actually just 1 minute warm-up, and then you start burning fat right away. And your workout, guess what, is just 30 minutes. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, Freddie, you can take that down. I went over there and tried the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. It wasn't that difficult, you know what? And you say I can burn more calories doing that than
correct. So I'm
than
gonna
really
tell
busting
you,
my butt and killing myself.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
So it's fun because here the mentality, it's a lot about hard workout.
Yes,
and
that's what I do.
something that you have to be killed at the end of your workout to actually have something that it is working. But this is not. It's a little bit different.
Oh, can you get a little closer?
Oh, sure. So when you start the workout in the bubble, it's basically, as I said, you are warmed up right away. So you have
because
to skip
it blows
hard
warm
part.
air in there, right?
Correct. There is
Okay.
a specific temperature in the bubble that is actually not hot. It's just your body
It's your
temperature.
body temperature.
Correct.
But
So-
that would be warmer than you're used to because we don't walk around
Correct.
in...
Well,
in Florida, we're in that temperature all the time.
Exactly. But unfortunately, your body is able to keep the right temperature only in the core. So the
Okay.
rest of your body, that is always where it's harder to stay in shape. So for example, I always like to talk about pear ladies, where you have a nice glutes and hips, and apple ladies. So maybe where you put the fats, unfortunately, a little bit
Wait,
more like
so-
in the stomach area.
Right. So we don't want to be an apple or a pear, right?
Well, you want to have a good shape.
Right.
You really just want to have the right shape. And as your previous guest was saying, it's just good to fit right in your clothes. So whenever you feel good,
Right.
you will
Everybody
look
knows
good.
the weight they feel the best at. I know
Exactly.
I do. I get up by 5 pounds and I'm miserable.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, 5 pounds is something that you can get rid of very, very easily. And in Figurella, you can do it really quickly because, as I said, this 30-minute workout, we ask you to come in 3 times a week. So we basically...
Oh, so it's only 3 times a week?
Yes, and just 1 hour. So 3
I
hours a
bust
week.
my
That's
butt
it.
5 or 6 days a week.
You should really come and, try to be constant a little bit because that's the main thing.
Right.
So keep you accountable is our job. That's why we are able to guarantee your results.
Oh, you guarantee results?
We do, in terms of money back.
Oh, wow.
So we're pretty sure about what we're doing.
So I will lose weight and get in shape if I commit to this.
Yes.
And if I
totally.
don't, I get my money back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
Yep.
Okay.
So let me tell you about the science behind it. Because
Yes, I'm curious about that.
Right. So
Okay.
as I was saying, here and especially in America, I'm Italian, so I moved 2 years ago, and
Okay.
I
What part of
figured
Italy?
Bologna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the north, close to Florence.
Oh, wow. So how do you like South Florida?
Very nice.
Okay.
And warm.
Yeah, very
especially.
warm.
So I figured that here it's all about fitness, but most of the time when you go and you do like a CrossFit, something, and you have the personal trainer, they try to get you bulky. But women wants to be slim,
Right.
and thin and have a nice shape.
Right.
So a long time ago, when this all started, because the company has 35 plus years of experience.
They've been doing this for 35 years?
We
The
have-
same concept with the bubble and
We
everything?
have a lot of centers worldwide, more than 300.
Oh,
a lot.
wow.
Yeah, the most of them are in Italy and then South America, and we started in the States about 3 years ago. Now we have 4 centers, and we're opening 2 in the next 2 months.
And
So
where are they? There's one in Miami, I know
there
that.
are 3 in Miami: South Beach, Coral Gables, and Pinecrest. And now we have the one in Boca Raton that is actually doing fantastic.
Yeah, you're in a great
And,
location, too.
yeah.
You're right next to Louis Bossi restaurant.
Yeah. you
Everything
go eat.
is concentrated.
Why do you do workouts? So
Right.
you can cheat.
So you can eat, right. So right. Exactly.
So it was all about casuality, because what happened is that this physiotherapist was working with his clients, and he figured out that those clients working out in this room with a big window were actually having better results than the others. And he's like, oh my God, what is going on? So he figured out that it's all about the temperature, because that room with the big window
It's
had the
warmer.
sun. Right.
Okay.
So they found out, they had an actual science, based analysis about this that explains how, when your entire body is warmed up at that specific temperature, that is actually 98.6, like when you are a regular temperature, you are burning fat, because there is a specific enzyme in charge of burning fat that activates, and so you are melting the fat.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Right. So just 30 minutes. So you skip the warm up. You go right away to the burning zone. That is what everyone is trying to achieve nowadays. And that's not it, because that's just 30 minutes. So it looks like you didn't even work out. But then you take a quick shower, and it starts the spa. We call Figurella Fitness
Yeah,
and
and there's
Spa.
more to this. You start out in a gym, but you end up in a spa.
So you go into another, we can say another little bubble. Okay, it's another tube. I'm sure you tried that one
yes,
too.
the oxygen bath.
Oxygen bath, correct.
That's very interesting. It looks like a
So-
big egg, and your head sticks out.
Exactly. So you wear this little cape that we provide you with, and you sit in there for 15 minutes.
And what does that do?
That basically detoxes your body. And, think about a candle. When you have a candle and you put a cup on top of it and it burns off the oxygen, the candle shuts down, right? And that's because there is no more oxygen in there. So I'm sure that everyone has, that's 5 pounds that you want to get rid of.
Yeah?
Right? So think about it. Those 5 pounds are accumulated in a specific area of your body. So there, in the tissue, there is not just, it's not just meat. What we have is the lymphatic circulation, the blood circulation, and the cells needs to be well oxygenated in order to perform properly. So only when your tissue is well oxygenated, you are actually burning the fat all the time. So guess what? 15 minutes in the oxygen means that you keep burning fat for 72 hours.
After you leave there?
Yep.
Ooh.
So you are in your kitchen, you're cooking dinner, and you're cheating.
And you're eating, and you're burning.
But you're still burning. So that's why,
Wow.
even with a little effort, you're still burning fat. And it's just, I think it's perfect for Boca women, because they always like to look perfect with a little effort. And I think that it's good to combine this with other stuff. So even though you may do some specific treatments for your cellulite and everything, you want to go somewhere and keep in shape, so you can tone up a little bit.
Absolutely.
A little time and a little effort.
That's amazing.
Right.
So it's a half hour in the bubble.
15 minutes in the oxygen. So total of 45 minutes. You take a quick shower in the meantime. We give you everything you need. So actually,
It's a beautiful place. It
you
really
can
is.
get ready there. You can go, to work.
there's a whole locker room.
Or, to a dinner or whatever, because you have your room to do your makeup, and
Right, and it's
you're
right,
ready to go.
right downtown. You go
Right.
right next to Chops.
So you just get in, get out with, when I do the workout, I am a person that, I sweat a lot when I do the workout. In just 30 minutes, I lose 2 pounds all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Nice.
So little by little, you should be able to leave with one weight and get back this next time with the weight that you had when you left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because this thing, is not, in one time you will not, just melt the fat away.
Right.
It's going to take you.
It has to be a regular.
You have to be committed, and that's where we're best at, because there is a Figurella assistant.
Is there a commitment length of time that?
Yeah, So to guarantee the results, of course, we have to be very, very serious about it. So when you come in, you do a free consultation. So everyone is welcome to come and try a consultation. And we will examine what is the issue that you want to fix. and we will tell you exactly how many sessions you might need to get
I
to that
see.
result.
Okay.
So we will give you, of course, like an expiration to keep you accountable. But, it's not like a gym where you get in and you're just a number or someone created the program for you. No, you are a person. So when you come in, you don't show up the next time, we will call you.
You come and get me.
And we will bug you until you actually come into your session. That's why we're very good at
because you
keep our
want them to
promises.
succeed too.
Totally.
Yeah.
You commit to us, we commit to you completely.
And now tell us about what happens in the bubble, because what I didn't understand until I did it was that there is resistance in there for your arms and your legs.
Correct.
There are little cables, is that right?
Yes. So you go in the bubble and your head stays outside and the bubble is transparent. So don't worry about claustrophobic stuff.
Yeah.
No, not going to happen. So you lay down and you warm up first with no rings. And
Okay.
then there is, I call them rings, but they're like pulleys. And so you put them on your hands or on your feet, depending on the part of your body that you're exercising, and you're actually using just 2 pounds basically. And so
It wasn't difficult, but there was some resistance, which is good.
Right. The thing is the repetition. So I'm sure you did a trial session. So we start and we never do too much.
You don't
because
want to
we
scare me away. Yeah.
It can be
Right.
hard. It can be a hard workout. So
Can you adjust the tension on the?
totally, yes, we can
How
adjust.
far can it go up?
We don't usually use a lot because the idea is that you burn fat first, and to burn fat, you don't need to put muscles on.
Right.
So you want to first of all get rid of the fat and then tone up.
Okay.
But women don't need that much,
Right.
So as when you have 4 pounds, 5
Yeah, you're
pounds,
right.
6 pounds, that's it. We
Yeah.
don't need to be bulky.
Right.
You can get toned with just that.
That's what
And-
we want. We want toned. We don't
Yeah.
want bulky. You're
Yeah.
right about that.
Yeah, and just to tell you a little bit of my experience, I was a competitional swimmer.
Oh,
so
wow.
when I finished that, I kept doing hard workouts, so squats and a bunch of kilos. Sorry, I'm talking about kilos because I'm Italian. Well, but anyways, even more pounds.
Right.
And when I got here, and the owners were like, "You have to do this," and I'm like, "I'm not gonna do this. This is too easy for me,"
Right. See? Okay.
I thought seriously, I really
You thought it
that.
wasn't going to, yeah.
And they're like, no. So let's see. I'm gonna create a program for you. So they did, like, I was a client also because I gained about 10 pounds. Speaking about the difference between the food
It's a
that
tiny
we have.
little thing. Oh, you mean from eating American food?
Oh my god. Yep. And guess what?
Yeah.
It was just vegetables.
That's embarrassing, Americans, isn't it?
I love vegetables, and even vegetables here are different.
We put butter on them.
That's me thoroughly. That was it. So
They're not grown the same way as what you're saying.
Right,
They have
right.
preservatives and things in them.
So now in the back of my house, I have my little garden. With
Oh,
my-
look at you! Wow.
Yeah, I
See,
ended
you
up
were so
doing that.
repulsed by the American diet that you had to grow your own food.
Oh my
That's
God.
disgusting.
Is
We
that-
got to get on the stick here.
Yeah. So, well, I was very scared because 10 pounds out of vegetables is a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, they're like, you have to do Figurella. So I'm like, okay. So she creates a program that it was personalized for me. So that's what happens to all the clients. Either you are 20 years old.
Oh, so everybody's
50,
different. All the-
60, 80. We have 80-year-old clients in Pinecrest.
I would imagine that would be
Yeah.
great for them.
Yeah, because what else can you do? Mm-hmm. Do you run to get rid of, 50, 100 pounds, 20 pounds? When you're, when you have a certain age, it comes harder for you.
Right. You gain more weight and it's harder to
Right.
take it off.
So, I started doing my workout and I was like, oh my God, because it was a long time that I didn't feel my body that hot and warmed up. Because when you go to the gym, and here you have the AC,
The air conditioning blasting,
and then
sure.
you have the fan, and then everything. You find a friend, and you start talking, and you switch the machine
Yep.
because you get bored, because you don't want to do cardio for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and
so,
you do cheat if nobody's watching you. So
Yes.
you have somebody sitting right there at the head of the pod the whole time, right? So
all the
you
time.
can't cheat.
We keep
Yeah.
an eye on you every single second.
Okay.
Yes.
It's individual, right?
It's individual.
See, now
It's
that's the difference
one-on-one.
between like the gym I go to, it's group sessions, and they're small groups, but you still can cheat a little if
You chit-chat too
not
much.
looking right. Not that. It's just that if the instructor's over there, maybe I don't lift this.
Yeah, where are we going later? Which restaurant?
Right. So this is individual. You're in your pod by yourself. There's nobody around
No
with
cell
you.
phone,
Right.
so you don't
No
get
cell phone.
distracted. No, I'm just kidding. We're very flexible, but we stay on you.
Yeah.
So all the time you come, you have your personal chart, and we write down all of your progresses. We keep track of your measurements.
You weigh them every time they come in?
Weigh them every time, before and
That
after.
holds you accountable, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, when you get in and your weight is higher than the past time,
Because you sweat
it's
out.
gonna be red.
Oh, yeah. Oh, if
We
you
put
come
it in red, so
I don't think I would show up if my weight was higher than last time. Oh, okay.
Right. So, and I didn't mention that to help you achieving your results. So what we're going to do is also support you with the nutrition. Okay.
Oh, okay. So you tell me what to eat. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we are a very strong believer that diet will never work because, a diet is something that you start and sooner or later you'll
You
stop.
don't stand, especially in Boca Raton because we're at restaurants all the time.
Right.
There's a lot of people I know that don't cook at all at home. I know that's weird, but yeah.
It's true.
So they go out for every meal.
So we just help you to make the right choice.
Decide what to order.
Right. So at the beginning, we have a specific plans that might help you to get rid of that, 5 or 10 pounds right away. So then the metabolism starts and it's going to be easier for you to stay in shape. Okay. Because the idea is get to where you want to be. It doesn't have to be a model. You just want to be where you feel good at.
Right. Everybody knows what weight they feel good at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when you come to the consultation, there are sometimes people that are like, oh, I want to be 110 pounds. I'm like, why don't we start with 130, and let's see how you look like. And they feel good. And then
if they're toned, they
they come back with different hair, different makeup, and see that they're happy.
Total transformation.
Yes. And I'm sure that, women are loving it. Mm-hmm. I'm loving it here. They're loving it in the rest of the world. But I'm so happy that we're finally here in Boca.
Yeah, that's amazing that it's so popular in Europe and it just finally got here. Well, I got to tell you, it's a totally different concept. That's why I was so intrigued by it. I looked in there and I saw those pods. I was like, what?
It's like, am I going to go in there?
Oh, no, I don't mind. I'll try anything. But it's an interesting place and totally different from all the other gyms. I don't think there's anything like that around here.
It's quick. It's personalized. It's guaranteed, and I want to repeat this because unfortunately, when you kind of advertise online, you can't even say that because it looks like it's not true.
Yeah.
Of course, we have our rules, so you have to follow what we say.
So how do you know if somebody's not like cheating on the diet though?
Well, specifically at the beginning, we do usually some sort of protein-based nutrition, and
so like a low carb.
Yeah, your body when you burn. You burn, first of all, sugars, and then you burn carbs, and then you burn the fat, okay? So what happens is that if you cut off the sugars and if you cut off the carbs, then you're automatically going to burn your fat. So if you have some fat accumulated in your stomach, that's where you're going to lose. And this process is called ketosis. So activating, activating, and we can track that.
You measure the ketones and stuff like that? Okay, well that's okay. Now we're getting scientific. That's
that's something that we usually start with, and there are a lot of keto diets that are very, very strict. We're more flexible, so it's not like don't eat this, don't eat that. It's like there is a lot of choices. We help you with the recipes, so you can we can really, really make it easy for you. So you just follow what we say. And there are not going to be that many restrictions. We ask you 3 hours a week.
What about alcohol? Can we drink?
Well, maybe after the 3rd week you can because
I think I could go 3 weeks without my wine.
Right, just 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, just start it out, and then the owners, like she's looking at me right now. She's gonna be thinking, "Oh my God, she's gonna say something weird." But really, like, she is just in love with the product. She has a bubble in her house.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Right. Lucky her.
Yeah. So she can work out.
And what she says is like, Figurella, it's not, it's what I use to be able to stay in shape and stay in shape because
I like the idea that we don't have to work out that.
I want to have my.
You want to enjoy life,
right. I want to enjoy my food. I want to keep eating my Italian recipes. That pasta is our our forte, but it's
I know.
also
I kind of
problem
avoid pasta
sometimes.
after the chef was in here telling me about it.
Oh, my God.
So can I eat pasta on this diet?
Well, the idea is that you start without carbs,
Right.
but there are some substitutes that you can use, and then little by little you will put them back into your diet.
And then
So
you get to
that-
a point where you can eat them again?
Correct.
And not
Because
gain weight?
the idea is that the heat that activates your enzymes and the oxygen that will keep you burning, and I would say after a 20 session, it will completely change your metabolism.
Oh, wow.
So that's why our, the real target clients, I would say, is in between 45 and 60-year-old, because that's where, you might have
Where you
had
get
a
the
pregnancy.
stubborn weight that you can't.
The
you just can't
hormones
get
are
off.
going crazy and menopause and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. And it gets so much harder for us to stay in shape.
And people, in other cities, you see the older people put on weight. Now, it's a little different in Boca, but
Yep.
but that is when it's much more difficult.
Right,
God, I
right.
remember when I was 20 years old, I could lose weight like that.
Yeah.
And it totally changes. So
Yeah, and I always do this kind of stuff, and they're like, "Oh, shut up! You're just 25." I'm
right,
like,
what do you know?
right. But actually, you start, if you think about it, you start changing since you're 20,
Oh, sure.
and so that 10 pounds that I got are the proof of what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
guess it happens to her too.
So I got back in shape with just doing this 3 times a week,
3
and I
times
couldn't
a
believe it
week.
because I used to do my trainings 2 times a day,
A day.
2 hours a day for 2 times. So
Wow.
and
So 4 hours a day you were training?
oh yeah, well, when
Yeah,
you do
professional,
compete,
yeah.
you do that kind of stuff. But imagining that I can keep my shape now and my tone, because
Look at her.
I don't do big things, but the other arm have big
So
muscles.
you can get that muscular without.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, because I guess you have the resistance.
Yeah,
cables.
and we target specific areas like
Oh, lots of women
Yeah,
want
you
to
don't
fix
want to
that.
say bye bye like the Queen
Right.
Elizabeth.
Oh, I know women that'll wear like long sleeve shirts to the gym
Right.
because they.
Well,
they don't want-
that's one of the biggest thing. Like I want to work on my arms.
So how would you target that?
We do specific exercise for the arm, and most of the time I see women coming in that trying to fix this. They have done so much weight in their arms that they just get bigger,
Yeah.
but not toned.
Right.
So the fat is still there. The idea is don't do anything that harden you. Do something that is targeting the fat loss, the fat cells loss, the fat cells reduction.
Oh, I like that idea that you don't have to work as hard.
Yeah,
And you're right. We just get caught up in this whole thing that you got to really go out there and.
totally. So,
Yeah.
usually you start with we always do a total body workout, but specifically for what you need, we will start in that area and then we will target everything else. But you always have a focus in your head that you want to measure and you want to, when you see
Yeah,
the
what your goal
inches
is.
going down.
Oh, I bet that's very exciting.
Oh my God.
Sure.
And we make you sign a board so that you're super
Oh,
excited.
okay. That's what is the board for?
Yeah, for the twin, like minus 10 inches,
Oh, I
20
see.
inches.
What
and,
if it goes
you keep
up?
going up. I
Mine
know.
would be like plus.
I told you, that's
You
what
still
we
put it on there.
guarantee.
Yeah, guaranteed.
That's what we guarantee. So it's not going to happen.
Wow.
It's not going to happen. The only way is that you really come in, you commit, because it's also a commitment in terms of time, in terms of money, You come in, you do all your stuff, and we promise you that it's going to happen. So you're
Guaranteed
committed.
weight loss and toning.
Yeah, in Boca.
In Boca Raton, or downtown Boca Raton.
Right.
Very nice location. Right,
We're
they're
right
right next to Chops Lobster Bar.
Correct.
What else is on that street?
I'm from Miami, so
Oh,
you
okay,
don't
you
have
know.
to ask
Okay.
me that question.
It's actually
not
right near the
prepared.
Hyatt where Louis Bassi is. It's all within like a couple blocks there, but it's probably the prettiest street in Boca Raton because
think
it's
it's very
paver
nice.
bricks, and at
Yeah.
night it's got the lights out there.
There is the parking right behind us. So
In the
you know,
garage?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
good to park there.
Right.
And, even walking a little bit before doing your workout is not
Sure.
that
Oh, you
bad.
can walk all around there. I'd go do the workout and then go to dinner, then go
Yeah,
drinking.
shopping.
Right, shop. There's good shopping there too. And what are your hours? Is it by on demand, or if somebody wants
You
to come?
always take an appointment, because when you have an appointment with somebody, it keeps you accountable one way or another. We don't do that extended hours like at a gym, because think about it. When you go to a gym, you'll never see the same person.
Right.
Unless you have a personal trainer. So you will always get into Figurella and you will always see the same 3 people. and you get friend with them. So
Right.
that's also what keeps you accountable. So pretty much we open from 7, 8 in the morning. We're still adjusting to, because every center and every location has different, habits.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much from 7, 9 in the morning, that period of time, until I would say 5 to 7 at night, depending on the day.
So that's good. Okay, we got to wrap it up here. Anything else you want to tell us? The address there, or
Well, the address is in
Via Meisner? I think it's 1 Via Meisner.
right 101
101 Via Meisner.
Plaza Real South,
Plaza Real South.
Boca
Okay.
Raton, and you can call us at the 844-662-8941. And I personally take all the phone calls because I
Oh.
want to tell
That's good to
people
know.
about this. Yes, so you will talk to me, Chiara, and
Okay.
I'll be more than happy to schedule your free consultation.
So everybody can try it once for free, right?
Totally, yes.
Okay.
Because you need to feel it on your
Right.
body.
Need to see what
And,
it's like.
nobody
Okay.
is unhappy with that.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Figurella.
Thank you.
It's an Italian workout system, very popular in Italy, or is it in other countries
Italy,
too?
South America, and
Okay.
now Miami.
And now Miami and Boca Raton.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Chiara. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye. You have been watching and listening to The Becky and Boca Show. Tune in every Thursday night at 6 p.m. to discover all the ways to spoil yourself and have a good time in beautiful Boca Raton. See you next week.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program